So I know that the 30 days sketch challenge is over, but if you watched any of my layout share or something, you'll know that I did every sketch except the ones where on days I had a different hop. So I did have a few I didn't get to finish. But in a couple of cases, I'd already made me a little page kit. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 30-day sketch, even though I'm not in the challenge anymore. And I don't think that's a problem. I'm going to show you the sketch that I'm going to work on today. I believe it's day 27 of the series by Jessica Ware. Basically, there's a background piece of cardstock or whatever, a couple of torn sheets here, then some mixed media, 2 photos, and then just some little, embellishment clusters, and then, okay, and then the title down here. So what I have is I do have 2 photos of my daughter. She is drinking a tea that she loves these teas. I have I believe this was actually a scrap room kit. I actually got all 3 of these sheets with it. And then I got like a little set. What did I do with it? Of a little baggie full of little embellishments. But then I also have these hip kit items. The colors just go really well together. So I pulled these out because I think I'm going to use some of these. They just look like they're going to go well. I'm thinking of using Enjoy as my title, even though, to be completely fair, there's technically not a purple in here. But I think it's okay because there is kind of these little pieces that I can bring in to tie that all in. So my thinking is I do need to get out some mixed media here. I've not gotten that out. But I'm thinking I'm going to use this Treat Yourself, blah, blah, blah. And then maybe the back side will be this. It doesn't really have a darn thing to do with drinking anything, but it's okay. It's the same sheet of paper, and rather than cut into another sheet of paper, I'm going to use the same sheet. And I think it's kind of cute because she's kind of, I don't guess she's retro really looking, but she's got a little beanie on. I don't know, kind of styling, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I will get this kind of started here, and we'll come back soon. Well, y'all, I totally forgot to turn the camera on to show you my mixed media process. I'm so sorry. I used carved pumpkin, and I basically used my little mat, and I tapped it on there, put a little water, and then I used my baggie to just kind of go around. I got so excited that I wasn't making a hot mess. I completely turned the camera. I forgot to turn the camera on. So anyway, that's the end result. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to glue these pieces down. I did realize I sat there and said I didn't want to use 2 or more than 1 sheet of paper because I thought, oh, there's no sense in that, but I need to mount my photo or map my photos. So I think I'm going to use this because I think it goes really well with this. And I might can, I got to decide how I'm going to do this. I might do this and then this on the back side so that it's kind of together. I don't know. Now that being said, we shall have to look because I don't know if my yellow is going to look good again. I mean, the yellow looks good against it. I just want it to stand out. I may have to scuff the edges. I think that's what I'll end up doing. So anyways, now let me tape these down, and then I'll come back when we've got these matted so I can start kind of decorating. I'm so sorry, guys. Well, I guess it'll be a shorter video, right? Okay, talk soon. Okay, so what I did at this point, I've gone ahead and grabbed the ephemera out of the little baggie, and then I grabbed some of the stickers and then that title, and I put some of it on the wax paper, but then I went ahead and just honestly kind of dry fit it where I thought it might go on the layout. So what I have is the upper right corner or where our little upper right flower is, there's a little girl's head and there's a butterfly. I have 1 button laying there because I have that little bag of buttons that I'm planning on kind of sprinkling throughout where the little clusters are indicated on the sketch. Of course, I had just set everything. I didn't glue it, so now I'm kind of gluing those pictures down. The sketch did not call for, but I just love it, is this little days of the week thing. Mostly because that child drinks a tea every single day. So in my head, I'm just kind of tying that, daily joy or whatever, into the layout. So I have the little girl, I have the butterfly, I have a button, and then where the second little cluster or the second little flower on the sketch is written is where I have a camera, and then I have a flower. And y'all, this ephemera is really just pretty random. Again, it came out of that little baggie of the little sampling ephemeras for this collection. And it's because it's a little retro, I think there's just kind of these variety of things. Now, that being said, this little sticker down at the bottom just says the secret ingredient is always love, I think is what it says. I just thought that was kind of cute because, again, she loves these little teas. And then there's a little pair of sunglasses, and that kind of just matches the blonde girl at the top, the little sunglasses, but I put that up on foam. Of course, I've laid that title down there that says enjoy. I really like that. Again, I might be stretching the color palette just a tad because there's not really purple in it, but I don't think it stands out and looks too stupid. I think it matches well enough that it doesn't hurt your eyes, because this flower right here has a little purple tint to it. And then, of course, I added that smile little piece over there on the right-hand side of the title that has some purple in it. And so I don't think it's weird. I think it's okay. It kind of fits into this whole like multicolored multicolored color palette. So I think it looks okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape on the edges of the camera. I don't want the whole camera to poke up, so I do have a little bit of flatness to it, so it'll tuck underneath the picture, but then other parts of it are dimensional. Now I'm heading up into that upper right thing there. I'm just going to glue the little girl down, and then I will put some foam tape under the wings of the butterfly. And then I have that button, and you'll see in a minute I'm going to have to get out my glue dots. I thought about putting string in the buttons, but I really didn't want to distract from other stuff. Like the layout's a little bit, I don't want to say busy. It's not really busy, but there's kind of a lot going on. And I thought maybe adding the strings would be just a little much. So I don't add the strings, but I do try to make sure my holes are all horizontal. So I hope I did that. I intended to. I think about it. I'm pretty sure I did, although at one point I tried to lay one down the wrong direction. But at this point, I'm just trying to find different sizes and make the button colors kind of, be a little bit of a variety and contrast between the stuff underneath it. So I'm just kind of picking a handful of little buttons out of my bag here. I think those are Stampin' Up! Buttons. I want to say they are. I used to make a lot more cards. I haven't made cards in a while because, if I'm honest, I really don't give cards anymore. I don't really know why. We just don't do it. I don't really know why. I guess we just don't go to birthday parties, and I don't know. I actually had set a goal about a year or so ago to try to mail a card out every month, and then that just fell by the wayside. I really should do that. I enjoy making cards, and I think it's neat when people get a card in the mail, and I think they get excited. But at the same time, sometimes these cards will take me a good little while, and it kind of hurts my feelings if I think about them just throwing them away. So I don't know. I guess not doing it makes me live in the world. It's like Schrodinger's cat. Do you ever watch Big Bang Theory, and they talk about Schrodinger's cat? On the other hand, maybe if I mailed it, that's more like Schrodinger's cat. Y'all, I am way off topic. Anyway, I'm gluing these darn buttons down with these glue dots. I really think that's almost the end of it. I mean, if I'm honest, since I didn't have too much ephemera to work with, and I had my sketch, and I kind of knew where they needed to go. And even in the sketch, they're not big clusters. There's not a lot going on in there. So it's not like I could add tons and tons. Well, I could. I guess you can do whatever you want to. But to me, it wouldn't look right if I put too much. So I'm kind of done with that. I'm going to clean this up after I kind of look through this again. I had one sticker I ended up not using. It's that happy, happy, happy over there on the wax paper. I kind of look at it one more time. I look at this little heart here, but I just decide, no, I kind of like what I got going on. I do in a second cut away though, because I do want to add a little more splatters. So I had that mixed media going down underneath everything, and I kind of decided what I wanted to do was tie that back in kind of all the way through the layout. So in a second I'll have cleaned up, and I'm going to end up having my little orange, I think it's carved pumpkin, my ink there, and I'm going to put a little bit of water, and I'm just going to use my paintbrush and sprinkle that around, and that just adds a little bit of my finishing touches here. And I'm actually really pleased with this layout. It's so fun. I mean, it's just cute and happy and a little eclectic and all that. So anyways, that is going to be the layout. So I will slow it down, I think. That's my intention. I hope I do. So you can see this. I don't guess I slow it down, but there you go. You can see that. And you'll have the stills in a moment. So thank you so much for watching my catch-up layout here. This was day 27 and of the 30 days of sketches. So thanks again. We'll talk again soon. Thanks. Bye.